First, I want to decide how big the knee patches need to be. There are some holes, and holes are still kind of small, but the fabric of the whole knee area here is getting very thin. So I want the knee patches to be big and cover this whole area. So I want to do 6 or 7, maybe 6 inches high and 5 inches wide. I'm going to quickly make the template. I'm going to fold the paper twice and measure 2.5 here and 3 inches this way. And the lid of something to round the corner off. And I have a template for the knee patches. I'm just using this leftover piece of cotton corduroy. Any medium weight durable fabric will do. You can probably use old denim pants and stuff like that. I'm also using this medium weight fusible interfacing. This is a backing fabric you can directly fuse onto your fabric using your iron. First, I'm going to cut out the interfacing using this template. Now I'm going to fuse the pieces of interfacing onto the fabric. You need to put the shiny side, which is the glue side, facing down on the wrong side of the fabric. Maybe I'm going to iron this fabric first. Shiny side down. And then leave a little bit of seam allowances around the interfacing piece. After it cools down, I can cut around them 3/8 to 1/2 inch from the edges for seam allowances. I'm going to fold the seam allowances over the interfacing on the wrong side, then sew close to the edges. If sewing like this is too hard for you, you can also iron it first, or maybe you can give bigger seam allowances like 1/2 inch or more than 1/2 inch so that you have more to hold on to when you sew like this, and then you can trim the seam allowances later. Now I'm going to put the patch I just made over the knee area of the pants, and I'm going to baste it in place by hand. And I'm going to put this plastic ruler between the pant layers so that I can sew just the patch and the front of the pants. Could you try the pants on? Okay. Yeah, you can put the candy in the plate or something. So the placement of the patches were good, but my grandpa core patches were not his vibe, so I cut out another pair of patches from his old sweatpants, then made the black patches. And I used the bigger seam allowances this time, then trimmed the seam allowances later, and it was definitely easier that way, so that's the way to go. Now I'm going to flip the pants inside out. Then I'm going to sew the patches on my sewing machine like this. This is the front of the pants, and make sure your needle is at the highest point. Now I'm going to push this under the foot and move the pant until I see the top of the patch. So this is the top of the patch. Now I'm going to start sewing from the top. And I'm going to keep adjusting the pant so that I can sew from the opening of the waist. And this is the reason why I hand basted the patches instead of just pinning the patches in place. Basting stitches by hand only takes just a little bit longer than pinning, but it makes the sewing go much faster. So I think you're actually saving the time by hand basting. After sewing all the way around the patches, you can take out the basting. And our knee patches are complete. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I hope to see you in the next video. Happy sewing! I don't have my thimble. I can't sew without my thimble. Where are you?